Hello and welcome to episode 6 of the AG podcast.
Hello again, everybody.
Just to clear things up straight away, without Caws for the moment. This is because I'm guessing uni has interrupted his schedule. So what we're planning to do is rearrange for Caws in the week to redo the interviews with him. And I'll be looking for a special co-host because Steve will be busy at work during that time. So if you want to be my special co-host for that, leave me a PM or drop a message or somewhere and I'll get to you.
I'm sure quite a lot of you will want to have a chat with Caws, see how mad he is in real life, I guess.
If more than one person want to be a special guest, that's fine by me. The more the merrier.
Just get the whole side on once. Just everybody.
A massive 20-person call.
Yeah, everyone was there. There's like 38 people on the ladder, so all 36 of you download Skype and have a big chat. It'll be loads of fun.
Well, to be fair, if you appear on Skype, we want to see you on the podcast, so keep that in mind.
Yeah, true.
Right, so the contents for episode 6 are season 21. We'll also keep you updated with what's going on there. The cups as well. Keep an eye on that. What's happened in the new monthly tournament so far. A little look on pro clubs and fantasy football. We'll look at real life football. A new segment as well. We're going to finish off with films with 3.
Yeah, you just wait for it.
Obviously we're doing the interview, but Caws isn't here, so yeah, new segment, films with 3, and we'll let 3 ramble on about all the new films as he's a film guru.
Films, and I guess if it's good, I can do TV shows later on. I know a lot of you guys are watching the likes of Sons of Anarchy and Walking Dead, which are currently ongoing, so we can have a chat about that too.
There you go. Something to leave in the thread, your request for TV shows. Right, so welcome to Asbestos Dog, he's a new guy, and welcome Samba back, who's an old guy. So welcome back to the site, you guys. Yeah,
I'm sure if any of you remember Samba from the previous site, and if he has still retained his Xbox gaming football skills, everyone should be a bit worried for their league positions and anyone with their eyes on trophies, because Samba and Aaron back in the days of Pro Evo 6 were the two to beat. So
yeah, I heard Samba's a pretty good player, so I'm looking forward to playing him hopefully at one point.
I think the one time I made it to a final and I had to face him, I'm pretty sure it was about a 6-0 loss on my behalf. So, I did get the better of him once as Aston Villa and he was West Brom. And this was back in the days of Pro Evo when if your player was big enough, you just couldn't tackle him. If anyone remembers Adriano and how awful he was to play against if you picked Inter Milan or Brazil. But Aston Villa back then had John Carew, who was equally tough, and also Agbon Lahore, who was faster than he is today. And they won me the Premier League. I'll just throw that in there because it was one of the few things I won on the older site. So Premier League, Speed League, that was good fun.
Speaking of leagues, let's move on to season 21 Club League 1. Tozza still leads the way. He's taken 6 wins out of 8. Impressive start to the season for him.
Yeah, and looking at his goal difference, 15 scored, only 5 conceded, so he's good up front and keeping it pretty tight at the back.
New dark horse for the leagues.
Yes, indeed.
Your podcast co-host, sits second and third, with Steve taking second place on goal difference.
Yeah, it was very close. 3 wins, 4 draws, 1 loss each. So, and I think my next club games are against Tozza, so that could go some way to deciding the future of the league title.
I played Big Ash yesterday in fixtures 9 and 10. I won both, so the pressure's on.
So you're actually up to 19 points?
I am technically, yes. So yeah, the pressure is on.
Ash having a bad time of it there with Catania, propping up the table with tied on 5 points with Macadam, but he's in all fairness, he's 3 points away from jumping up to 5th place. If he can secure a 6-0 win over someone, so it's pretty close down there.
Yeah, so it seems to be a tight, always like a good tight top half and a good tight bottom half.
Yeah, But yeah, if I was to lose to Tuzza, I guess we'd have a bit of a breakaway group between Tuzza and Wayne, unless Tuzza Junior can step up as well. He can get He can get up to 17 points at a match day 9 and 10. So
yeah, 2 points, not a lot in these leagues. So.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, so that should be fun.
Yep. Cup League 2 sees Ash jump from 5th to 1st in the league order. So great wins there, Ash. Spud sits second, same amount of points, but Ash has got a superior goal difference of +7. So plus siphon over Spud, +14 overall. So he's definitely finding a net with Ramiro, an old team of mine as well.
Yeah, it's all very close this here. Welsa is only a point behind the leaders, and Louisburg only 2. So, and even Dazzler can sneak into the top 2 if results go his way.
Yeah, it seems to be a massive gap if you see from Dazzler to Destroyer, 5 points. Could be made up, but time will tell.
Yeah, it's a big enough league for everyone's still got enough games left, and then got someone like Wigsy there who's only, says he's played 4. I don't know if they just haven't been added, but
he was new to the league. So he took over from Slovnik. So.
Okay, so with games in hand, if you took maximum points, he'd be right up there as well.
Yep. International League 1, or the only international league really. See the Big Ash first. It's weird how he's bottom of the club league but top of the international league.
Yeah, he's obviously just found his rhythm with Portugal, but not so much Catania. I think this league hasn't been updated yet, so I'm pretty sure.
I've done a bit of basic maths.
Okay.
It sees Ash, Lost, and myself all on 16 points.
Okay.
Yourself and Bring It a point behind Dot on 15.
Okay.
And the only other real mover is Vince from the bottom to 6th after winning both his games against Ash.
Okay, so there's you and I still haven't played each other yet, so that'll be important. I haven't played Bring It yet either. I'm pretty sure I played Lost and Ash. So so there'll definitely be a lot of movement in the top 5 then if there's only a point out.
Yeah, I've got you and Ash left to play at the big.
And then gold ones for the rest.
So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. Let's move on to how the cups are looking.
Boo!
We'll get to that in a sec. The Club League, we see the quarterfinals taking place. Ash versus Totta Jr., Macadam versus Aaron, Relsa versus Free, and Big B versus Louis Spur. As you can tell, my name isn't in that list because I lost to Louis Spur in one of those FIFA games that just isn't going your way. But Louis Spur done well, and good luck to him in his match against Big B. How do you think you'll fare against Relsa, Free?
I've played him once before and lost to him when he was Valencia and I was Real Sociedad in the La Liga / Premier League monthly tournament from last month. So he was a good player. He had an interesting custom formation that he had done up. I think it was a variation of a 4-2-3-1, but he tweaked it slightly. So, but we've probably got more evenly matched teams this time. So hopefully looking for a good game, and hopefully I get a win. But best of luck to him. I'm not sure, we might be playing tonight. I've got a few games arranged for. I think I'm playing him at 6 actually. Possibly.
Oh, fair enough. We'll see how that goes.
That's close enough all of a sudden actually.
International wise, it sees me versus Storm in the final after I beat 3 earlier. 3-2. Yes. It was a tight game.
It was.
I thought set pieces were going to do me over. Steve scored 2 headers from 2 corners.
Yeah, but it turned out to be the Balotelli show. Second goal was a bit disappointing. Lloris panned it right back to him, and he took it. The other 2...
Rebound goal, nothing you really can do about that.
Yeah, the other 2 were probably defendable, but Balotelli's big and strong, so couldn't muscle him off, especially not up against Clichy. So, that was a bit of a mismatch. But best of luck to both of you in the final. So it should be good, and I'm sure we'll know by the next podcast who's won.
I
easily.
faced Storm in the league and I won one and lost one, so it'd be interesting to see how that final goes.
Yeah, he's got England, doesn't he? So
He's
both.
got Uruguay.
Oh, Uruguay. Oh, yeah, of course. Sorry. Oh, lost has England. Okay, I'm not looking at the tables anymore. But yeah, Uruguay are good. They've got a really good attacking lineup. So
Right, so we'll move on to the monthly tournament now. The Copa Libertadores, I think that's how you pronounce it. Group
yeah,
A sees me, Welsa, Rixie, and Storm in the group. Dan Dan said he had a giggle when he gave me Coca-Cola, and I can see why. They are appalling. They're one of the worst teams. They're not bad, but they're one of the most inconsistent teams I've ever played with.
well, this is
I beat Rixie 5-1 in one game, then lost 3-1. I beat Storm, I think 6-0 in one game and lost like 1-0. Ridiculous.
this is the joys of being at the top of the ladder. So you get the dregs of teams that are left over after all the good ones have been dished out to everybody else.
Fantastic. Group A sees me and Velsa sharing top spot on 7 points, but I've done all my games, and I'm going to need a miracle to get through.
Okay, so 7 is your final number.
Yep.
Okay.
Rixie sits third with 6 points, and Storm's got 3 points. Storm's only played 2 games. Rixie and Velsa played 4. So yeah, I need a miracle. Group B sees Ash on top with 7, lost on 6, but he's only played 2 games, so he's in good position there.
Yeah. Well, the thing with Lost is that I have played a game with him and I beat him 3-0. So I don't think that's up there because we couldn't play the second match because his disc started to give out on him. So yeah, I don't think that's been counted. So there's an extra win there for me, I think. And I have just played Faraz twice and I won 1 and lost 1, so we can add that on as well. So I don't know.
So you're on 11.
Yeah, at least. I also, if it says I've played 4 games, oh yeah, Macadam as well. I played those matches. Can't remember what the scores were. Let's go have a look real quick. I think it was a win and a draw. Yes, it was indeed. So and Ash and I beat each other once each. So
Yep. So yeah.
So it's slightly different.
Yeah, you're on. Well, yeah, you're on 11. We'll leave it at that. Macadam's on 3. Faraz. I'll put Faraz yet to play, but that's been proven wrong within the last.
Yeah, so he's played 3. He might be playing Ash right now, or I think they're having connection issues. So.
Okay. Well, I'm sure Dan will update that, and we'll get to it in the next podcast.
Yeah. So we'll be there hopefully early next week, by the end of this week.
And the final Group C, sees Spud on 20 points after playing all his games. So, that's a good performance from Spud.
Yeah, very good.
Vince is second on 13. Bright is third on 7. Aaron is fourth on 6. And Slovnik was disqualified for drug smuggling.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's not what the site tries to promote, guys. No drugs. Drugs are bad. Drug smuggling's even worse.
Yeah, hugs, not drugs.
That's all we're going for.
Yep.
Man hugs, pats on the back.
Yeah, all that manliness and bromance. That's what we want to see. Pro clubs, IKEA are on top. Come on, IKEA. With 2 points ahead of Trompton and AG, both on 18. Milan on 9, BFL on 5, and iClub AG yet to participate due to their weird timings, which is out of hands. But
yeah, makes it a 3-horse race, I guess, for the last event, which is this Friday.
That's a lie.
Or the second last event. Still going to be a 3-horse race. Sorry, man.
Yeah. The next event is this Friday, and the last event is next Wednesday. Be there, support your club, and if you ain't got a club, jump into a club. I'm sure everyone's welcome. We'll welcome you with open arms. IKEA is.
Yeah, we adopted Blitz.
Yep.
For the last one.
So yeah, getting
you made up
captains.
your floor to get them in.
What was that?
We even made a new club up just to get him in.
Oh, yeah.
Now we had no managers in our team at the time,
Yeah,
so we're very welcoming.
Really disappeared and really wanted to play. So yeah, we made
Very welcoming,
lost
unless
in
you're shy.
IKEA version 2. So yeah, I think we've done quite well in that game as well.
Yeah, so that kind of rounds up the side activity for the moment in terms of FIFA. So next section is the Fantasy Football League.
Yep. Last week, I noticed both Ash Cohen and Andy Marwood scored over 80 points for the week, so that's quite an impressive amount. So congrats to them for being good with their picking. This week, Marcus got the highest score with 64 points. So go on, Marcus, supporting the site well. Boss the Easter way. Lowest points again is Mario. Seriously, Mario, if you're listening, sort your team out because they're not doing well at the moment.
Does he just pick all the substitutes or something? They all get a point for 20 minutes of play.
Let me check his team out now because I'm on the site. Mario has got Joe Hart in goal, who's currently not playing.
Yeah.
Gary Cahill, Colaccini, Dawson from West Brom, not Tottenham. Diame, Ben Arthur, Fellaini, Michu, who's currently injured.
Fellaini's a pretty poor choice there. Mario, definitely get rid of him. He's not likely to start anytime soon.
Victor Anchoby, Benteke, and his captain is Van Persie. So Van Persie's getting amazing points, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of his starting 11 got 0 points. So yeah, Mario, please just sort your team out. You still have your wild card. Have plenty of fun with that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure just about everyone. Well, a lot of people use their wildcard after the first week, enter panic mode.
Yep, me being one of them.
Yeah, my team's 35 points, that's pretty poor. Sturridge hasn't been scoring now that Suarez is hitting full stride. But my other team, my main team, which isn't in any leagues, is on over 600 points overall, which isn't bad. So I'm going to focus on those. So
That'd probably be the best idea.
Yeah, I think so.
In our league, Dazza's top with 592 points. Ash 6th second, 2 points off him with his impressive week last week. Matt Osborne 6th third. I don't know who Matt Osborne is, I apologise. Andy 6th fourth with his impressive week last week as well. And Worms slipped down to 5th. But he's only a point behind Andy, so can you see he made that up? It's only
yeah. And I think come the January transfer window, everyone gets a new wild card. So my level of play. Yeah, I think you get 2. I think you get given a second one for the next transfer window. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So that could be a big boost to someone who is looking to get rid of 5 or 6 duds, or also because of all the transfers that go on, you can get in the new January players who enter teams. Liverpool will probably be in the search for a centre mid. So
and
stuff like that. And Shay Given, yeah, nice backup keeper to have behind Mignolet. Seeing as Reina is most likely gone.
Yeah, Brad Jones isn't exactly the best.
Yeah, he's fine though. He's done well. He came in for the semi-final of the FA Cup, I think, the other year, a year before, and did admirably. So, soft spot for Brad.
Real life football. Last week, Arsenal done well. This week, Arsenal fucked up. It was a strange game. I had a feeling we were going to lose to Man U, and my feeling proved me right. But
this is their seasonal rollover when faced against United or any team that isn't Liverpool. any big team.
Well, we've still got to face City and Chelsea, so we'll see how we fare against them.
Yeah, so that puts you guys...
I'm not counting Capital One Cup because we had Bentenstein.
Yeah. At the same time, though, United did the typical United thing of not being very good. They also conceded a lot of possession to Arsenal, but Arsenal just couldn't break them down. And then a few times I thought when Arsenal did have chances to shoot, they decided to pass instead, which is more like the Arsenal of old. So, I didn't see Ramsey trying to crack in any from 20 yards like last time. So,
yeah, our first half was poor. We had a decent second half. But
yeah, Ozil actually did better being put out onto the right. It's like he had more space.
Yeah.
But then again, you guys had to try and bring on Bentner to salvage a point, so I don't know how good a move that's going to be.
When Wenger decides to bring on Bentner, it's basically game over if we're losing.
Yeah, I think that's conceding defeat and actually trying to say, well, we know we're not going to score now, so hopefully just don't score anymore.
Well,
you see his haircut as well? He kind of looked like a samurai.
His haircut's fucking ridiculous. I'm guessing it's popular in Denmark or something because it's not. Nothing.
Nah, he probably thinks he's making them popular. He's probably that type of person who thinks he sets trends.
You should give our progress ahead. You really should.
Yeah.
Hopefully, after the international break, maybe on before, we see Podolski and Walcott back for Arsenal, and Bentner won't get a game.
Yeah, Podolski's been he's been gone for. It feels like he's been gone for so long.
I know.
So I do wonder where he's going to fit in because he's more of a forward than any of the players that play behind Giroud, but I guess he's been played out on the left. So that means maybe dropping one of Cazorla or one of the others. So
we'll see what happens when he returns. I'm sure Fink will sort something out.
It's a good problem to have when you have more than 11 players who could be in the first team every week. So
he's always good.
And actually, it was a fantastic week for Liverpool, being that
Liverpool,
every team dropped points around us. Everton drew, City lost. United are mid-table at the moment, so they're not to worry. I'll say that now while I can. Chelsea get a lucky draw against West Brom. I didn't actually see the incident, but I heard it was just shoulder to shoulder. Ramirez went down, ref bottled the big call and gave it in favour of the home team. The big home team.
What I thought is that Reed and Ramirez were side by side, and then Ramirez kind of like fell into Reed, bounced off Reed and hit the floor, and the referee was like, "Yeah, it's a penalty." Ben Foster took to Twitter and he said, "Load of shit." So.
Oh yeah, okay. I can't say I follow him on Twitter, but and of course that draw keeps Mourinho's unbeaten record at Stamford Bridge intact, which is also highly convenient for him.
I don't follow Ben Foster on Twitter either. I just saw it appear on my Facebook. So.
You follow him. I'm sure he's got full of interesting things to say.
I don't follow him. I've got no reason to follow Ben Foster.
Yeah, former England international, isn't he?
Yeah.
Or does that make him a friend?
So is Scott Carson, and Scott Carson's one of the best England keepers ever. So.
Don't you say anything bad about Scott Carson? Excellent football player.
Yeah. Too late already. So who else was there? Southampton had a good win against Hull. They won 4-1, wasn't it? 4-1 against Hull?
Against Hull. Yeah, they've been mightily impressive. They might be one of those teams that doesn't stay up there for the whole season, but I think anything from 6th above would be a remarkable season for them, considering some of the other teams fighting for the top 4. So, yeah, they should be pretty pleased. And even when they come up, even when they come up against the bigger teams, they beat Liverpool. They're our only defeat at home so far. They got that 1-1 draw against United as well, not too long back. But they've obviously then still got some of the bigger teams to play, the likes of Spurs and Arsenal and Chelsea and City.
Yeah, we're actually Southampton's next game, so
all 4 of them, or just a selection?
No, we're Southampton's next game, Arsenal.
Okay. That should be another tough test for Arsenal then. See how they do in that one and see how they recover from the weekend.
Just going to say now, Ricky Lambert, get him in your fantasy team. He scores and assists. He plays well.
Yeah, I think I had him there. I had him there for a while, but then he went on a bit of a drought, and so I chucked him out. But I think he scored against Hull. So
I'll step by him. I know who he's at.
Yeah, and he is cheap as well. He's I think 7 point something, and for someone who takes and for someone who takes free kicks and penalties as well, he's obviously a good choice.
I only realised with FIFA that he's actually a really good, decent free kick taker. That makes no sense. A really good, decent.
Yep.
He's a really good free kick taker. he scored a good one for me. So, corner kick. We look forward to international football this weekend, which nobody cares about because it's friendlies. And if you're leaving one of the countries that are in the playoffs, then you might have some interest.
I'm actually a bit devastated because I have the entire weekend off work and there's no football worth watching. Like, so the playoffs might be okay, but the Liverpool Everton match is the following week, and no, I have this weekend off, but not the next one.
So that's all I can say.
Yeah, ridiculous. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. I was like, oh look, a week of no Premier League football, and then also no other big leagues, of course. So no, I might be stuck watching League One, watch Wolves and Portsmouth duke it out. How exciting! Sorry, Samba. No, you like Wolves.
and Big B because he's a Portsmouth fan.
Camille. With that one.
Yeah, didn't really think that one through.
Yeah, where he may have been born.
Yeah. I'd like to shout out to Paul Pogba. He scored a fantastic goal in the Serie A.
Against Napoli and Pirlo with that free kick.
And Pirlo, the free kick. I recommend you check them out on YouTube.
You say shout out like he might just inadvertently come across the podcast somehow.
He will. I'm going to tweet it to him and he's going to listen to it and he's going to be like, oh my god, some random website in England knows who I am.
Yeah, you just tell him to listen for 26 minutes and 20 seconds, also because he's French, so good luck understanding the Irish guy and the accented London guy as well.
I'm sure you'll get someone to translate for him.
Yeah, bonjour, Paul.
Bonjour,
that's the extent of my French.
I said buongiorno because he's in Italy and that's Italian.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, it was a good goal. So was Pirlo's, yeah. Or Benitez and Napoli. Yeah. Weren't at the races.
Right, so we're going to move away from football now and move on to Steve, talking about films. So I'll leave this to Steve because I don't know what he's got planned.
I don't really have anything planned either, but I'll give everyone a rundown, just to beef out the podcast for this week, especially without Caws being here. But let's talk about what's in cinemas at the moment. I think the big film, I hope you've all heard of it, it's called Gravity. Sound familiar, Wayne? No? Maybe? No? Oh, okay. Well, this is the big film out at the moment, starring pretty much just George Clooney and Sandra Bullock in space as two astronauts who are working on the space station when all of a sudden an incident occurs that plunges them both into a lot of peril. But the thing about this film is, if you remember when Avatar came out and the big deal that was graphics wise, this is supposed to be the next film that is, as if not more impressive. So if you go see it in 3D. It's just supposed to be fantastic. It's been getting absolutely amazing reviews off of everybody, and even off people not connected with the film. Like I've only recently gotten into Twitter, but some of the actors I follow have been saying, oh, if you go see any film, go see my films, but then also go see Gravity after you've seen those. So I think that's a pretty good endorsement coming from all them. What else?
He's going to be self-plugged himself as well as others.
Yeah, but see, the thing about the film is that it was done completely on green screen. So, obviously they weren't in space because that would be, I think, a step too far for the budget. But so every movement that was done in the film had to be, storyboarded and completely prepared beforehand. So they'd move in the correct way to interact with the things that were added later on. So, considering you had to do that, but then also be acting at the same time is just really impressive. And then apparently it's just tense, so it's not a spoiler to say within the first 10 minutes a rocket hits a satellite nearby that sends debris hurtling towards them, obviously in space, so it doesn't stop. And I think Sandra Bullock somehow gets knocked out from her tether and ends up floating through space. So it's 90 minutes of how do you get her back and how do you survive. So go see that. We've also got Thor out at the moment. This is one I've actually seen. I haven't seen Gravity yet. I'll be seeing it sometime during the week. But Thor was good. If you like the first Thor, then you should like this one as well. It's kind of, there's as much action. You already know the characters, so there's none of that kind of. I thought the first one was maybe a bit slow. You're waiting for him to, do Thor stuff. But the second one kind of gets
stuff.
Yeah, kind of gets right to it. It might feel like a bit of a come down after the Avengers, for those of you that saw that, like having them all together, and now they've all been split up and they're all doing their own thing. So Thor's back on Asgard, but he does come back to Earth, and there are a few nods to the Avengers, which I won't ruin because some of them are quite funny. And then also, as with all Marvel films, there's not one but two post-credits things. So if you're willing, like I was, to sit around and watch the entire credits, then you get a tiny little snippet first at the end of the kind of graphic credits, and then the plain one, just the black with the white text scrolling. But you can play the game that my girlfriend and I do and look for the most interesting name in the credits and give them a bit of praise for whatever they did, the caterer or the dog groomer who happened to work on the film.
I'm so glad I'm not the only person who does that now.
Oh, really? Yeah, it's a great game. Some of the names are just fantastic. And, they're never going to get read otherwise, because there was about, whatever, like 1,000+ names for these credits. So it's nice to sit there and appreciate the work that some people did.
Yeah, right.
That's what I think, anyway. And also laugh at their name.
Like chef. Yeah,
yeah.
Chef,
caterer. And then there's, like, the assistant to the assistant of the whatever, the plaster. Yeah, not even actor. That would be a pretty important role. Like, the plasterer who did the floorboards in one scene and stuff, but he has to get given a credit as well. They are the kind of the two big films out at the moment.
I know one of the films out also is the Now You See Me. That looks quite good.
Now You See Me.
It's a film about magic and also a heist at the same time. But it's like anyways.
This was a film from a while ago. I'm actually just going to say this now. That film is awful. It was really. Is this the one with Jesse Eisenberg and Mark Ruffalo? Yeah, this film came out. I think it's being shown now because it's out on DVD and it's on demand and stuff like that. But it's really not worth your time. Jesse Eisenberg needs to stick to the indie films where he's a kind of socially awkward creator of Facebook or zombie guy, but he doesn't work as this kind of slick magician who is able to outmaneuver the FBI and like Interpol at every turn. Yeah, it just didn't work for me. So we'll give that one a miss.
Dan gave it a 9 out of 10.
A 9 out of 10.
Great cast. I mean, a really good cast. The plot is cracking as well. It twists and turns and has a good theme throughout.
Nah, see, my problem with the film was I thought it was a bit full of itself. Like, it was trying too hard to go, oh, look how clever we are every turn. There was, at one point, there's a big chase scene and a car flips, and as soon as the car landed, I was like, if that magician isn't in that car, I don't care anymore. And of course, the amazing magician had somehow magicked himself out of the car, but like, it's not sci-fi or supernatural like they're doing, David Blaine style magic. There's a solution, or there's, some kind of sleight of hand to it. So yeah, so there was a reason for them not being. There's also a magic fight. Think of Gambit from X.
Sounds like Harry Potter. This has.
Yeah, think of Gambit from X-Men who throws cards at people.
Oh yeah.
And odd stuff. Yeah, it's basically the equivalent of that, but without being a comic book thing. So he kind of throws cards, and he's this amazing fighter. Just for this one scene though, he doesn't show it at any other point. Yeah, so it was just poor. Not even Isla Fisher could save that film.
Wow.
And she's quite attractive.
Yeah, that's true. So, conflicting views there on You See Me.
Well, just not Dan, you're wrong. That's all.
Sure. Walk it out in a thread somewhere.
Yeah. Just quick mention of TV scenes we did mention earlier, because I know loads of people, I've seen some of the threads talking about it. I actually don't want to say too much because things get spoiled, but spoiler alert. Also, I haven't seen the most recent episode of The Walking Dead, because I know as of Sunday night after about 11 you can download them online, which is how I've been watching them, because I've no time to be waiting for Irish TV to catch up with everything else. But season 4 of The Walking Dead been quite enjoyable so far, because season 3 was good too. Season 2 was a bit of a letdown. It's a zombie apocalypse, and yet they kind of stay in the one place all the time. But it's not really.
Plus, the characters on the farm were pretty dull and annoying.
Yeah, they spent 7 episodes looking for that kid, and
then he turns up dead. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, turns up in the barn about, a 2 minute walk from the house that they've been living in for most of the series. Yeah, you can just skip season 2. We just explained the entire thing. Farm gets overrun at the end by zombies and they move, and that was it. That was the extent of what happened. A couple of guys, a couple of
Season 1
people.
good. Season 3 I haven't watched it, but I heard that's good. Season 2 just don't bother.
Season 1 actually now looks a bit strange though in the grand scheme of things, because season 1 they hinted at that they were going to look for a solution, and then the CDC center got destroyed and they just kind of gave up. But the show's not really about looking for a cure for the zombie thing. It's more about how people survive, and how people are actually more monstrous than the literal monsters that they face all the time. So that's kind of like when you see someone like the governor, was that his name?
I think so, yeah.
The guy from season 3, yeah. So he might make an appearance in season 4. I also think they might kill off a big character at some point. They haven't been afraid to do it so far, but I think maybe not someone as favourite as Daryl, but maybe a kind of a secondary character. So that should be interesting. Also, I know a lot of people are watching Sons of Anarchy, which has gone a bit mad. It's now into its 6th season, and there's a term in TV called jumping the shark, which stems from Happy Days, where they'd exhausted so much of what they could do in the series that they literally all went to Vegas, and then Fonzie went on a water ski and jumped over a shark. And so that phrase now kind of means when a show just gets so ridiculous, and kind of Sons of Anarchy is leaning towards that. Some of the stuff that they've done is a bit mad, but saying that, it's still a good watch. It's about bikers who have this anarchist manifesto, and they have control over this town, and they also run guns. They run guns for the IRA. Any Irish folk on the site want to see a whole series set in Northern Ireland, you can watch series 4. Though how much of it was actually filmed in Ireland, I don't know. But I think none of the actors actually went to Ireland. They just did a load of the back of bikers' heads and stuff like that. To save on costs, because you want to fly out a bunch of celebrities to a country across the Atlantic, you're going to have to shell out for first class and hotels and catering and stuff. So instead, I think they just put a call out for anyone in Northern Ireland with a motorbike.
Turn up here.
Yeah, exactly, and get paid a paltry amount. But you got to be on TV, and someone saw the back of your head and thought you were Charlie Hunnam, or one of the other actors. Ron Perlman's in it as well. Yeah, so if there's any other series people are watching, start talking about it on the site, and we can have a chat.
There's especially quite a few threads up. There's like Homeland. And
I have. I've seen Homeland seasons 1 and 2. Got a lot of TV to catch up on though, so season 3 just hasn't happened yet. But season 2 was a bit of a cliffhanger, so I'm interested to see where it goes. But I'm also watching Boardwalk Empire at the moment, so I want to finish that before I put my attention on something else.
Another TV shows to Blacklist, Revolution.
I've seen. I had a look at the first season or the first episode even of the Blacklist. Didn't really grab me, so I'm not sure if I'll keep up with that. But still, if anyone wants us to talk about things, I can watch it and have a chat about it. I don't mind.
I would try to watch it, but I'm not really much of a TV watcher, so I'm really
Yeah, that is weird. It's like the golden age of TV at the moment. The amount of amazing programs.
It entice me much at the moment. Like, I don't know. I'm weird.
Should get into Game of Thrones. This is currently on a break now, so you've got 3 seasons you could catch up with.
Yeah, I heard a lot of things about that. I might have to try that out. I watched Breaking Bad, and everyone's like bombing it, and I watched. I'm like, I can't see what's the big deal. But I've only watched like the first 4 episodes, so.
Yeah, a lot of TV these days involves being in it for the long haul, like especially things like The Wire and stuff. You can't just kind of watch a few episodes and be instantly enthralled. That's more for kind of say a program like CSI or something where the episodes aren't connected as much. You can watch one and go, oh, that was a good episode. But
I think that's why I like CSI a lot.
Yeah, all these other programs these days require you to invest in it for a lot longer. So if you want a real payoff for something like Breaking Bad, you really need to watch just the entire thing, just to get a better sense of like character development and all the kind of different plot points and what happens throughout the seasons. Like sometimes you feel like nothing's happened until the very last episode, but then you see how important all those episodes were leading up to it. So yeah,
I'll try to get my mind focused in watching.
yeah. But if it's not for you, that's okay. You don't have to listen to everyone going, "Yeah, Breaking Bad's the best thing that you're ever going to watch," except you're not going to watch it, so you suck. Yeah, watch whatever you like.
I'll see how I feel.
Yeah, you stick with films. Films are a nice 2-hour chunk of something quite interesting.
I like a good film.
Yeah, so I will. I go to the cinema most weeks, so for the podcast, I should have a couple of films to talk about each week if this was a segment that people were interested in.
Leave your comments either on YouTube. Leave your comments below, or leave the comments on the site, letting Steve know if you like this new segment or not, and what films you should go and see.
Next time, maybe I'll have a bit more structure, and I'll give it more of a proper review than just a chat about it.
Just a quick thing here. Ginger's put something up on AG saying about in-store sizes for the Xbox One launch titles. Some of them are pretty big, and I think you got 500 gig to play with, and some of these games are like 30 gigs to install.
Yeah, well, hopefully then they'll end up bringing out a bigger version as well. I read someone's review just there of the Xbox One, a hands-on version. I didn't recognize their real life name as such. I think it was Mike something, and it sounded a bit underwhelming, which made me quite happy that I'm not getting a day one release. I'll wait to see how everyone gets it, because the game seemed to be. Yeah, he made the point that because developers are still developing for the 360, they're maybe not using the Xbox One to its fullest potential. Because it would make for two really different games on both systems, and that's a lot of money to put into it. I think his small hands-on bit with FIFA said that it played pretty much exactly the same as a 360, bar that it looked a lot better when he went home to play the 360 version. So
Ginger's got
just keep that in mind.
Right, preview of the Xbox One on the main page of the site. So have a read, check it out, see what you made of it.
We should also draw everyone's attention to a competition that is being done. Basically, to qualify for the competition, which is a copy of Call of Duty Ghosts, I think, for the Xbox 360, and this is from a website called Music Magpie. Am I saying this right?
Yeah, that's right. I think
I am. And so basically, all you have to do to qualify to win, or to have a chance to win the prize, is to complete all your league games by the deadline, and also, so that's one entry, or you can also complete all your games in the November monthly tournament if you're participating. And if you're new to the site, and or you just didn't enter any leagues, if you play 15 ladder games, then you will also find yourself entered into the competition. So that's a great prize. Thanks to Marcus and everyone at the site who makes stuff like that happen. Very much appreciated.
Also, there is a FIFA community event happening tomorrow night. I'll be hosting. I'll be your grand host. If you enter into the FIFA night that night or tomorrow night, you'll be entered into the birthday giveaway, and there's plenty of prizes out there. So
this was a great one. This was you have a chance of Arkham Origins. I think Rocksmith.
Yeah, it's 2014 edition as well.
Yeah, you also had I think the equivalent of 800 Microsoft points was there as well, and an arcade game recently released called Brothers.
Yep, and also a Microsoft steering wheel.
Yeah. So if you've entered any of the events in the last couple of weeks, then you already can have 2 entries. So this is a chance to have a third. So you've got 3 chances of winning any one of those prizes. So again, our site really spoils us. So I hope everyone appreciates that kind of stuff, because a lot of these things are donated either by usually people on the site put up their own money. So
Roach is looking to get in on this giveaway as well. By giving away Falcao and Thiago Silva on our team. I don't know if that's actually going to happen or not, but I know he's going to do it.
Put some pressure on him now. Come on, Roach, now you have to.
I'm sure Roach would get some kind of other event going to give away those if needed.
Yeah.
Caws has just come online, so we might as well get him in the call and do the interview now.
Okay.
If
And
you got time for that, Stu.
I actually haven't had my Xbox on, and so don't know if Welsa has been looking for me. We could possibly do the interview while I play. I only have to talk and glance at the page every now and then, and you can also hear me scream. The microphone I have here.
I'm sure that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, if Caws wants to do it now, that's fine. Especially since I won't be here to wait, so I'm going to be depriving someone of being the special co-host.
Would if I knew how to get him into the call. Let me just work it out. Add people to this call.
Issues here, folks. Everyone bear with us.
Add to call. There we go. I've done it.
Oh, he's a whiz. Why don't you have an OT job?
I should really. I seem to be Mr. Technical.
Oh,
Caws.
your voice.
Caution all slags. Can you hear me? Over.
Yes, we can hear you.
Straight away. Okay.
Greeting faggots. How are we?
All good. Cheers yourself.
Good. You missed the entire show. It was very exciting. I don't know what you can.
It can't have been that exciting without me. Let's be honest. I've heard the podcast. Said a bit shit.
I'm glad we've got exciting reviews there from Caws.
And that's it for this week's podcast.
Yeah.
Goodbye now. Yeah.
I just thought I'd pop my head and say hello. It is my episode. I thought I'd pop in and say hello right at the end. Y'all read pets.
That's the strongest Welsh accent I think I've heard on the site so far.
And you have the manliest Irish accent I've ever heard. Apart from they are manly.
It is, isn't it? Just so I know what. So we're calling you Caws here. Real name first. Let's start with that.
Dave.
10 points if you can pronounce that.
No, not a chance. I can't even say it back to him to ask him what he said.
I'm saying Caws. I'm sticking with that. Or cheese.
My name is P. Tier Griffin. Yeah. Peter Griffin.
Okay.
Shit.
Peter Griffin. Okay, so Caws everybody. There he is.
Shut up, Meg.
Yeah, that's a freakishly good impression.
I can do a bit better.
I'm not surprised. But
Well, suppose somebody in the paperboy, somebody in a circuit car.
that is freakishly good as well. Don't go near any schools with that.
Freak, you twat.
So you just do the whole range of Family Guy characters.
Yeah, well,
I'll take Bagmire next. Can you do the giggity?
No, but I can do Cleveland.
Oh, okay.
You didn't ask for Cleveland.
Yeah. I don't care if you didn't ask for Cleveland.
You're getting Cleveland. Nobody wants Cleveland. That's why they sent him off to his own program, so you wouldn't have to see.
I actually came at a good time, Caws, because we're about to finish, and then usually at the end we have the interview. So yeah, you came.
I came at a good time.
Yeah.
Giggity.
It's going to be a long Q&A.
Yeah, we've only got like 50 questions to get through, so let's start.
Surprise.
No, we've got like 20, 25.
Oh, fuck me, Faro.
Are you able to ask questions, Steve? Or
Yeah, I can. Wells is in the middle of a match at the moment, so
as usual, I'll let you begin with the first question.
Okay, so these first questions come in from Worm. Oh, also congratulations, Worm, with the little baby.
Oh yeah, congratulations.
No one knew you had it in you at all.
Worm used his little worm to provide some joy.
Yeah. Okay, so first question is: are you Dai-Ling Ping or his twin brother?
Neither, actually. We're actually a distant relationship. We're actually in a long distance relationship. You're just ones you have to really understand. You're just ones about, I'd say, 10 miles. We've got to understand it's a long way for Dai. He's Chinese. He can't walk very fast because he's got small legs. And then I can't be bothered going anywhere because I'm a student. I need to get drunk. Why do I need to go anywhere?
That's a good point.
Next question, Beatrice.
Worm, said that this question kept him up at night, and he said he was joking, but I don't think he was. What finger do you use to finger badgers?
What do I think of badgers?
No, what finger do you use to finger badgers?
Always the index. Always lead with your best finger first.
Okay.
Yeah, that got a lot of movement on that one, so you can get the old reach around.
Exactly. See, it's not only up and down, but you've got the rotation. You can spin them around on your finger if you want.
Yeah, so you need to go kind of like, yeah. Or you can go left and right when you go in, or you can kind of turn
never
and
go
then
left.
pull
Never
it
go
back on
left and
itself.
right. You rip their ass to shreds. Never go left or right.
Yeah.
That's the broke.
so-
You don't go left and right. You go up and down and round and round and
Ah.
diagonal. You never go
Well,
left.
so you'd easily know I'm an amateur, wouldn't you? Sorry about that. But,
That's
no,
okay.
no
That's okay.
offense,
I understand. You can't always as talented as me. It's fine.
no. I suppose that kind of answers the next question from Worm, which is, do you use more than one finger? Or is it just purely...
On the rare occasion, yes. Like this rare occasion would, when accidentally, when I'm putting on my glove, the whole hand slips in, and then I suddenly blow it. Otherwise, if you put your whole hand in, it is really, really like a ventriloquist act.
It was like a hand puppet.
That's what a ventriloquist act is, really. Keep up. Come on, Wayne.
No.
Let him keep down.
Anyways, yeah, right, this question's from Dan. He said this one should get you going. This reads, will Caws finally admit that I, Daniel, is the best Battlefield player out of the pair of us?
Oh.
There are quite a few issues to discuss here that we don't have actually time to discuss. I will admit, Dan is the better plane and tank driver. However, he cannot deny, I want his reaction to this filmed on YouTube, and I want him the right thing as well.
You want a link to the video when we post it up?
Oh yeah, I want a fucking video response.
Video response, yeah.
I want one of them saying that I am practically Rambo when it comes to Battlefield. I don't give a fuck what happens. I want a video response saying that I am the greatest soldier in the world, even though I die more than I do actually kill people.
You've heard it, Dan. You want a response? Yeah. You give it to
That doesn't sound like that's so much as a noble sacrifice.
Can I give a quick shout out to Dan?
You can indeed.
Dan, you're a fucking slag and I hate you, but I love you.
There you go. I'm sure Dan will respond to that on the site somehow.
I await his response eagerly.
Okay, so from Wizzy, next set of questions. He has a few questions. First one: do you have a girlfriend? And if so, is she as crazy as you?
Well, I don't currently at the moment. And is he asking out of interest, or is he actually offering?
He didn't state that, but I suggest you give him a PM asking to discuss that behind closed doors.
Asking would he be a suitable candidate as a girlfriend?
This is just for Wizzy, alright? This is just for Wizzy. 07896830364. Call me, baby.
We'll see how that generates.
What was the second part of the question, sorry, Wayne?
There was no second part of the question.
Well, it was just, if so, is she as crazy as you? Have you had a past girlfriend who's been equally as crazy and it just didn't work? Or, it was too much craziness in the one relationship?
I can't really find anybody that's as crazy as me. Although, I do get cheated on, but come on. Oh, come on.
Oh. Yeah, we need to put sound effects in this.
Yeah, we have tiny little violins, we're just not bothered to play them.
Yeah.
I could send you the link to my, I've got downloaded on my computer there. Trumpet, I can send that, you can put that in.
Just do that.
Yeah,
okay.
You with your impressions and sound effects is good enough.
Saves me work. The next question is, what are your career aspirations? Oh, it's all gone quiet here. Oh, there is a problem with the call.
There is a technical issue. I think Skype just tried to kill itself. It couldn't handle whatever's going on.
Can't kill us, Skype.
We'll just put it down to Rochi's connection. Let's just put it down.
Yeah, it always happens. Yeah. Did you hear the question, Cal?
That's all I heard was silence and then. So no.
Rizzy asks, what are your career aspirations?
Well, then again, is he asking? Does he want to be my pimp? Um,
Again, when he rings you, you can discuss that over the phone.
Yeah,
no,
again,
we
yeah.
can't discuss business over the phone. MI5's tapping us. We can't do that. Besides, what the fuck was that?
Speaking of phones,
That was a message. I am popular. Yes, guys. I know it's hard to
It's the
believe.
banker. He's kidnapped your children. Next question, please, puppet.
Next question. So he just says funniest AG member. Obviously, you can't say yourself, but maybe you can. If you think no one can match you.
I'd say this is going to go down very unpopular, but Worm's puns do make me laugh. But the funniest member I have found, it's going to sound ridiculous, but it's Roach. I love that bloke to bits. I'm not being funny. It's the Welsh camaraderie. I love him.
Okay, you have some understanding on a higher level than the rest of us can get, so that's okay.
Yeah, we have the sheep.
I'm sure the other Welsh members on AG won't be happy with that.
Okay, me and Roach. This is another shout out. Me and Roachy together forever. Fuck you. Okay, bye.
The next question is the most boring AG member.
Ash.
Straight away.
That was simple. Yeah.
Just like Ash.
Yeah.
And next question: what three members from the AG community would you most like to share an evening with, and why?
Well, can I just ask this simple question so he can understand? What type of an evening is this? Is this a romantic rendezvous?
He just says evening. He doesn't state.
Okay,
obviously my baby girl Roach. I don't know. Mario. Mario again is one of the best people I've met on here. And I leave you guys to decide the other slot by a scooter auction, and I'll take the road.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure.
I think
it could be a great new concept. A night with Caws. Yeah, I like that.
I can see that picking up. I really can.
So can I. I can be rich.
Yeah, scooter wise, yeah. If it was more money, then.
And Wizzy can be your auctioneer / pimp, since we've already alluded to that.
Yep. I was kind of hoping Wayne would do that, but hey.
Oh, okay.
He never said. I'm happy to do that. I mean, I sat down and Ash up with a room for their man.
I mean, come on, it would be the second time in about a week's space that, Arsenal have dominated the Liverpool. Exactly. Come on, Wayne, you like that. Clap.
I have a good one. I don't know.
Let's go. Next one.
These next set of questions are from Ash.
Oh, God.
So, the first question reads, now you are at uni, do you agree that by him getting into uni, it shows there's really hope for everyone?
Not really. When you consider there's people like, I don't know, let's just say...
Joseph
Ash, for instance. Oh. Ash is on this. I mean, he's got time to play pro clubs, He's got nothing else to do in his life, Whereas I'm studying, it does offer hope to all retards everywhere. I mean, I share their cause. But I don't think it offers hope to everyone. I mean, Abu Hamza wouldn't get into Swansea University, would he?
No, true.
Yeah.
That pretty much sums it up.
Second question from Ash we have here is when are you getting your sweet yet slightly plump rear end back onto Xbox Live?
Well, I am on occasionally. It's just I can't. Well, I don't have the money at the moment to be able to afford FIFA and GTA, so it's pretty pointless in me going on because there's nobody left on FIFA 13. So I give it like 2, maybe 3 weeks at the most, and I'll be back. But then I'm so busy with you. But I will be back. Take it as a promise. Do whatever you wish, but I'll be back.
The next question from Ash is it true that you are half Jewish, as I know that you love them and they love you?
It is actually false. I'm a quarter Jewish.
Okay.
I mean, the sideburns for it, and to be honest, seeing as Ash is my father, shh, he should know. He's half Jewish himself. He even got the cut then.
Do you know that personally, or did he tell you, or?
No, I know it personally.
Okay.
You know that Eminem song where he goes outside and sucks his father's dick in the shed?
Mm.
That wasn't us.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense, I guess.
Us. Who's on Xbox? This is very unprofessional.
Steve.
This is me not playing this match against Will, so, because I am going to have to go in 5 minutes. So I might have to leave you two to it if you're still having a chat.
I deserve your undivided attention.
Oh, well, that's happening now for 5 minutes.
Oh, shit.
But there's still quite a lot of questions to go. So on to the next one. Who? This is a quick fire round. Who's your favorite WWE wrestler?
Male.
Punk.
Okay. And your favorite female wrestler?
Oh, that has to be Caitlyn. I mean, look at her rat. Cheers. Anyway, move along.
Steve, stop typing in.
I'm having a look now. You can ask that one.
Question.
Okay, if we hear Steve's mic muting, we know he's laughing. So, let's swiftly move along.
Ash asks, do you spit, swallow, or indeed gurgle?
Gurgle? Don't you mean gargle?
Oh, you put gurgle.
It's like kind of hold it around. I think that eventually leads to spitting, but you just hold it for longer.
Well, I'd like to ask him, what would he prefer?
Okay, Ash, answer that on the site.
In all fairness, gargling is just make your teeth whiter.
Yeah, this is a very interactive one, so everyone pay attention and start answering Caws' specific questions. We'll start the
Dan, Rizzy, and Ash so far.
Yeah, we'll start the one thread and we can see what kind of answers we get.
And Rochi, yeah, oh yeah, forgot about it. So these are our set of questions are from Blitz.
Blitz is Welsh as well, isn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, there's something. I've known a few people before I came on AG who were Welsh, and there seems to be a collective thing of craziness. Is it? I don't know. Do you feel? Is this true? Is this just me? Have I just met like maybe 5 or 6 of the weirdest Welsh people that Wales has to offer, or is this a good indicator for the entire country?
Quite possibly, I'd say you've met some of the weirdest.
Are we gone again?
You've probably met some of the weirdest people out there. I'm serious. I'm probably one of the weirdest ones you will meet, but I'd say you've picked a fair bunch of retards to know.
I wouldn't say retards, I'd say fun. Fun but weird.
Yeah. That you acknowledge your own weirdness maybe makes you a bit less weird. If you just weren't aware of it, I think we'd have to be kind of worried and we'd be calling services on your behalf. But you know it and you accept it.
Don't worry, there's a next house 50 minutes up the road. I know where it is. I'll check myself in.
Okay.
Put yourself prepared just in case.
Yeah.
I've got a bad
pack on Wednesday afternoon to let them know how you're doing.
I've got a bag packed ready to go for this net house. Just come pick me up, guys.
Speed though.
Okay, so the first question from Blitz. This is like just having a little chat, but Blitz is doing it through us. So he says, "How is uni going, Spunkhead?"
Okay. Well, you little dribble knuckle fucking twat. It's going pretty well. I wouldn't say it's going, swimmingly. Of course, there are issues. However, I do feel I have overcome these issues and I'm trying to settle down. Thank you, Spunkhead.
Is this your first year?
Is he trying to get me beaten up because I'm the soft?
No, this is just me asking.
Oh, so you're asking?
Yeah.
I will not disclose that information of you for my own safety.
Oh, okay.
Can we ask what you're doing at uni?
Your mom. Nah, I'm doing history and politics.
Politics. Please, one for government. Please.
I'll be the Welsh Boris Johnson. It's a scary thought of me running for government. Wow.
Be better than some of the people we got in at the moment, that's for sure.
Imagine what I could do.
Oh, I'm not even going to go there.
3 pancakes for everyone. What a day that would be. 3 pancakes for everyone. Wow.
Isn't that what Shrove Tuesday is? Just,
Well, no, you have to pay for the pancakes, don't you, twat?
well, yeah, but you know.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You just fucked up your own argument.
Tired. I've been out of that. Yeah, question 2. How is Oceano?
I've answered this before. It's like going to Runcorn. You expect it to be good because 2 Pints was filmed there, you know. But you expect it to be good, and really, it's just a place full of slags. That's basically all I can describe it. It's shit music, slags, and tracksuit bottoms. So pretty much like Runcorn.
Sounds like Essex.
No, the ones in Essex are actually alright.
Yeah.
You know, the girls in Essex are alright. The ones down here, like, toothless.
They're
Are the
really
best
just, I
ones.
can't comment.
Let's just say they can open bottles with their mouths.
Fair enough. Very talented tongues then.
It's not the tongues, it's just they're missing their tongue.
Steve, you want to ask the next question, or?
I am. I'll let you know when I'm no longer available. So question 3 is: have you had a blowjob in the lovely city of Swansea yet? And lovely is in quotation marks. Don't see why it's not lovely, but
if you came to visit, you fucking would. But I'll just say I've experienced more than that in Swansea.
oh,
I'm gonna leave it at that.
He's been royally welcomed into uni life.
I wouldn't say royally, it wasn't that good. No, it was a bit of a letdown. It was a bit of a letdown, to be honest.
Just some strange bloke around the back of the sheds.
How do you know?
It was him. It was him.
Maybe I have visited Swansea. It wasn't me.
But I would have been able to tell by that sexy accent if it was you. Anyway.
Next question is: how many hangovers have you had since being at uni?
I've watched The Hangover 7 times since I've been at uni.
The Hangover 1 and 2 are just the first one. The first one's the only one worth watching.
Well, yeah, the first one's the only one worth watching. Let's be honest. The second and third one, shit.
I never saw the third one. Second one was okay, more of the same. First one, though, could have left it at that.
Steve, I have a request.
Yes?
Can you say potatoes?
Can I? Why would it make your day?
Yes, it would.
So just potatoes.
That was a letdown.
Potatoes, yeah. See,
It's a letdown.
You built it up in your head too much, and then the actual thing was just me saying the word potato.
Keith Lennon has gone to his head, and when he did all things like, oh.
Yeah.
I built up in my head.
See, I don't have the thick Irish accent like someone saying potato.
That's the one.
Yeah, see, yeah, something closer to that. There you go.
It's too late now. Don't worry.
I ruined it. I have to go back in time. Question 5 from Blitz is: you want you to go out for a drink with them? Pint this weekend, lad.
This weekend, no, I can't. I'm playing rugby and I'm doing other shit that I can't meet up with him.
He's washing his hair, Blitz. Sorry.
No, I'm trying to grow a mustache on my rabbit.
Oh, okay. Thought this was a November thing.
I'll find other pointless things to do. Not that I'm trying to avoid the poor bloke, but you know, it's a long way to travel.
just have a lot of other friends to attend to first, before you get around.
What are friends?
You'll find out.
Well, I mean,
He's in trouble. He's in trouble. What a surprise! Man down. Man down.
I'll carry the load. Question 6 kind of relates to an earlier topic. Favourite Welsh person on the site?
On the site?
Yeah.
Well, I can't say Roach. That would give me another biased answer. The other Welsh person? It's hard to say, really. Marcus has got his qualities, but at the same time, he's an absolute slag. Excuse me. Blitzy's okay in small doses, because he never speaks, so it kind of gets boring when he doesn't speak. Who else is Welsh on the side?
Ginge.
Oh, that cunt, no way.
JB.
I don't know, JB.
AG Louis Spur, you spoke to him?
Yeah, I have actually. He's alright, but yeah, Roach. Fuck it, Roach.
Right.
My baby girl.
I think Steve's left us because his call's been disconnected. So
What a slag.
unprofessional. Question 7. Favourite English person on the site?
English person. Run me through a short list of 5, please, Wayne.
Myself, I'm English.
You're not.
Ash,
Scottish, you twat.
I'm part Welsh, part English, part Italian.
You say Estonian?
No, Italian.
Oh, I thought you said Estonian. I was going to say, ooh, exotic, but no, it's Italian shit.
Myself, Ash, Magoo, Neil, James, Andy. I'm naming people that were on the site.
Let's just cross Magoo off that list now. I'm joking, Magoo.
Aaron.
Oh, no, not Aaron.
Bri, Dan.
Ooh, Dan's in the mix. No, Dan's too much of a pompous, arrogant cunt when it comes to Battlefield, so I'm going to have to go with you, Dave.
Oh, bless him.
That's only because you give good blowjobs.
No, that's a very good reason in my book.
It is. Significant reason.
The final question from Blitz and of the Q&A.
No, she hasn't sent me a question. I'm going to drop.
I told him a few days ago that you're coming on, and he said you'll think about it. He said he's been busy, but
so he's too busy. I gave him vice captaincy while I was away, and he's too busy to ask one fucking question. Well, you know what, Roach? Roach? Take your gym membership, shove it up your ass. You've got a new tracksuit wearing. Come face to face with me and explain to me why the hell you haven't sent me a question, you Jewish bastard.
Last question. How are the sheep?
How are the sheep?
Yeah, how are the sheep? Simply
I thought you said how.
How are the sheep?
I thought you said how old is the sheep?
Oh no, it's my accent. No, not me. People can understand it.
Okay, how are the sheep?
Yeah, how are the sheep?
Daisy's been a bit sick. Bob's okay. Jared's a bit, iffy because the sheep in the other field are starting to wake him up for it because he's black. Shh. And yeah, the rest are actually okay. They're in the flock. But I've got one question for everybody before I go.
Okay, fire away.
My question to you, and I want responses to this.
Leave them in the thread.
Yes, leave them in the thread, please. What does the fox actually say?
That's a very good question, and I'm sure someone will come up with an answer that doesn't relate to the song.
Oh yeah. Somebody's going to be a scientific cunt, isn't it?
It's bound to be someone that goes on to probably gets in contact with like Bill or D and asks him, and you'll get some soundproof.
Why Bill or D?
I don't know. Why not? He's the first annual person.
Why not Richard Attenborough?
Because Richard Attenborough didn't enter my mind.
I'm sure he is stupid Attenborough.
And Bill or D deals with wildlife, whereas Richard Attenborough deals with exotic wildlife.
I've got an exotic one too. George W. Bush. He's exotic.
Yeah, he's one of a kind, that's for sure.
Ooh, Rob Van Dam.
Hey, good segue. Right, this is where this podcast will end. Thank you, Caws, for joining for the last 20-25 minutes. Hope you enjoyed your little bit.
Could have been better. I'll come back some time.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get you on here another time.
You want to get it on?
Yeah, I'll get it on. Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's go. Bam, bam, bam. I can feel it cry. Anyway.
Blitz would like to do a dual podcast with you. He said that in the past, so.
I want to do a dual podcast with Dan.
There you go. Get Dan. Talk to Dan. We'll arrange it. Simple as.
Oh, that would be fucking amazing.
So yeah,
Just don't put me on a do a podcast with Ash, please.
he hasn't got a mic, so you'll be covered.
I'm not religious, but I'm crossing my heart in thanks now.
Right, I'll end it there. Thank you for listening, and take care. Adios.
Bye, slags!